my draft?
Drafting seat once again. Again, though, Heen and very comfortable drafting there. Why would they ban out the shot?
Decided to take something like the Luna. It's nice. You don't want to get one.
Not there.
Maybe. And they said, you remember they banned mess around.
Just wanted some. One thing I learned when I was
Yeah.
like not for. Sometimes it's like lost a pub again, super good. Let's just ban it out. It just it's
Thing. Well, someone in game is just thinking, or I just want to play this today.
When I'd be backstage, and was just it was so much and or.
Because you felt like it.
It's like it's not some like. Of course there are a lot.
As well, sometimes what comes as behind it, but you know they don't. While for us and for people at home to explain those steps in between, obvious thing to say, but get it through. There will be cores at start. I am gonna imagine that.
But yeah, I'd imagine it's a core.
Yeah.
For it.
I mean, he won. You never know. Again, much probably.
Sometimes Kuro just wants to relive it and be a
He's played
core.
every role.
I know he wants to be a core.
I don't think he play off lane.
Maybe in Dota 1.
Whatever at TI2.
I don't think I've ever seen him play off.
Oh yeah, I guess Bambo was on their team.
Yeah, Bamba was offline.
You laughing at Bambo, Ted?
By
I
the way,
love
he
Bambo.
tweeted a pic
Bambo?
and asked whether he should grow a beard. You gotta have one or the other. If you have both, you just. Is that true? That's my.
I think that long hair, like him, have decided consciously to keep that thing as short as. A lot of trendsetters in Dota.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, Core is banned out by Liquid, both the throw and the terb. Annoying to deal with and kind of dictate the style of game you're gonna play.
Right.
And allow you to push fairly early.
If I ask for SF. Oh, they take
No,
IF.
into Tiny. And we do have the Death Prophet. So earlier we said off the back of that, right? Is the Death Prophet, is that a good hero to do that with? Do they need more? Is it enough?
I think they should just continue to overwhelm them with team fight. Make sure you're infamous. Screw the laning.
And win the team
Yeah,
fight too.
yeah.
And right now, so I got nothing.
Ran this against EG. Against their. I thought it was an okay matchup.
What was the matchup? I mean, it seems okay. Okay. I mean, Tiny's free farms against both.
It's a game.
Literally just do what they did.
I mean, this
literally looks like a newbie light up.
The team fight's not working out. Press up. Done. They can reset.
Yeah, but what did Liquid learn against that?
Oh.
So Liquid times, right?
Yeah.
So, I like the SF idea against Steam.
Mid player in this meta, I'm asking for SF every game.
No Tinker.
I think Tinker's so boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just conceptually talking about if you're a mid player,
Yeah.
SF's the most fun hero to play. It feels so good. Queen of Pain is
Queen of Pain and Puck?
Puck feels really weak nowadays.
Okay.
You don't feel like you have the same burst damage like you used to.
Lena.
Lena's okay, but she also
Not as
feels-
much fun.
yeah. And back when you were one-shotting everybody, that was pretty entertaining.
You would imagine that OD is pretty much fun as well.
OD feels like it feels really cool to auto attack. You know,
Oh.
you're going boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
It hurts.
What role is this Pugna? Off lane? I think is the most common way that the European has played it.
Yeah, Matama Man just chanting against
Okay.
EG. They whomped them.
All right.
Not as bad as game 2.
I'm not sure if I like the Pugna versus DP matchup.
It's okay. It's nice against Omni too, and it clears out Naga. They banned Earthshaker.
Yep. In terms of team fight, do you feel Liquid already has enough to answer Infamous's team fight? Because they've got quite a bit now already.
Infamous has a lot of team fight.
I think Liquid needs a lot more, actually. They don't really have a ton of control to begin with, especially you need control now through the Omni-Knight shield.
Yeah.
Or like sleep. Like I feel like Infamous, if they're playing it smart and they have the cooldowns, they could disengage or engage into anything. So I feel like Liquid is really behind.
He said if Infamous gets more than 2 kills,
Does he done to do the Mohawk or the...
What the hell?
just take out the middle. What apparently really wants to for the viewers. I think it'd be super legit. Honey's. clarify, he didn't actually say that.
No, I or see you looking at your phone at all.
Their
Apparition.
disable is
You can have a avalanche toss.
right. You figured it out. Look,
the-
if you cover the team names up,
Is that long enough duration to proc cold feet? It's a good thing we're not actually told what needs to happen. Lumi, they have the least favorable draft, but what?
so Disruptor is a free kill. Whoever is, I didn't see who picked.
Kill this Weaver as fast as possible, make him the dangerous stuff when he shoves out the waves, just fine. I actually really like Infamous.
All right, let's find out what's going to happen here in game number 2. It is over to Odie.
The panel say they like what infects the draft, and we certainly saw it. It was a great showing in the laning stage.
Yep.
So this game, a massive amounts of lockdown.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me at all. You know, they've won a TIO, but all they make a mistake. There's brilliant drafting from them, and it's going to be like, oh, it will, but it's just crazy looking to me.
I mean, for me, the thing that I look at, he just
Exactly.
doesn't
It's
lose
stuff
games.
like that. We all
IO and you're liquid. It doesn't matter whatever form.
dude, that's a really solid.
I said, you know, sort of taking a book page out of the book that we've seen Newbie run.
All right, but really easily. He's underfarmed. Pugner sucks here.
I mean, this is the thing. Sure, lockdown's not great, but they catch him out. They will have the burst damage early on to deal with him. Avalanche and a Pugner Blast will be taking any some rune spot. Same time though, Infamous Liquid's jungle, so we'll just be the 2 bounty runes. Going either way on the reported down here by Schofield. It's some sort of aggressive lane on this bottom. Current and GH down there. Top lane Miracle. He's always going to get a good static link off as the Razor, though, as always. Pulling it around underneath the safety of his tower.
I got a question for you. He had a last hit when the game started.
There you go.
Thank
Stars
you
on it.
about the old ward.
Kick off the lane. Kataro back up this bottom lane.
If I'm a support and I've bought the sentry ward, that's
I mean,
my
it's-
money.
I don't know.
Through 'em. They got lots of chance to get rich. Supports a
See how much mind control can do to stay out.
the old Wisp AA combo. Bonk.
Not
It's
fun to
just
look
the
at
best.
the damage here for the cleave as well. You have to be careful how close you were. Very
Woo.
low HP. Beat back the 3-man of Infamy.
Something about lockdown, the guys were wondering whether Cult does slow them. I can't remember what the exact percentages, but she's
50 or
bigger than
30.
you think. It is actually.
So we'll probably see it in action. Up top, Miracle doing as much damage as he can. Goes
It is
back.
Pugner I'm fine with.
What, because you
To be like, he's crap as a support over him mid. Because, I mean, there's no other way they could. Will was saying that they ran.
to all of them with the physical damage between the bugs and looking for Kuro. You've got GH coming across to him. Katara and Schofield looking in, but Katoff, he's scared of going in for the mind control kill.
Bonk.
Look at him.
Just slap, give him the old backhand.
The boots out. They come in. But GH, he's juked the Weaver. Katara to keep himself back and alive. It's 50 mana, isn't it?
Okay. Oh, it's because
The toss itself doesn't cost any additional.
my
Trees of
hero.
people, avalanche in tosses.
Oh,
There we
the
go.
toss.
Out. Katara's low. Toss is going
Oh.
to finish. May even be able to just get the kill onto Schofield. He's looking careful though. Schofield coming in. Oh, he's hung around too long. Katara's back.
I think this is actually a good idea for me. They know that if this Weaver gets a lot of trouble for them, because they've definitely spotted that they
27 for 6 on Matuma Man compared to the again. Avalanche and toss. Tossing Katara back by Kuro. Top lane, easy
Yeah.
1v1. Razor's going to have an edge.
Razor's going to have an edge.
One's open. How's he doing on CS down here? 14 for 6. One so heavily is giving. If you are Infamous, you do want to try and find that because see that with Schofield. He's already making the rotation. It's fun, but you've got to be careful. It's a good static link off. Miracle can try and turn. Katara on his own.
Bunch of things like that. They very, let's kick his mates' ass.
And like, as you see, if you can kill Miracle.
It's going to be very difficult.
Gun, isn't it?
It is a Schofield rifle reference.
See what he can do here. And you've got the purification, you've got a few punches. You have to get out there, Schofield. He has got the Peter now looks to turn. Chasing the gap, be hunted down in the trees. Camper Peter fine. They've got no sort of catching time to go. So again, as expected, chances at taking down Miracle.
That to you, but the moment DP leaves the lane,
Dive, just pushing in. Force Timberman. 7 minutes in, taking in the absolutely top. So Infamous themselves, unlikely. We'll buy him some time. We hope for the best, but look, bam! He reads him like a.
with Pugner is early on you kind of have, but with the IO, it really does mean because he does a ridiculous amount of damage.
This day, I mean, 8 minutes in, it's still very early days. Towards bottom of Timberman, he's looking to take another. He's straight forward onto him. Purification to heal up. Timberman's going to be fine because GH is here. Kill him with the backup of this IO. Look it out. He has got a TP where he is. Schofield.
Honestly, that's just often forget. the heroes too.
He's going to be saving anyone at this stage. Limited in what he can do in the punches. Back to fighting shape. What they need to do, pushing these lanes down, whip up these plays. But if you're making these plays, much that Schofield can do against.
I mean, yeah, they're pushing the tier 2. They're really actually like, you know what? Amazing against Omni heal. And she can't, I mean, she might take your life still, but she doesn't gain it, right?
Don't worry about the Ice Blast at the A's. XP on his way to that level 6 towards their mid lane. Try and find him. Infamous now interested in Peter. He's had to use the Exorcism. The silence out. Katara moving in as well. The H is there. Look at this. Coming in with the IO. He just surely goes down, and he does. Michael for one. Katara chasing down man. Katara's hunt can't quite find it. Miracle's got vision. Comes the ring, and they have the spirits down. And he does at the back of a Stinger. Purification low from the Decrepify onto there with a wraparound. Stinger's level 8. Doesn't want to go
back a lockdown there that they were talking about.
For death, but it's
slow.
It is a kill that they get eventually. Katara just a little bit too slippery at this stage.
What then?
They just mind control to set things up onto Katara. Online for Matuma-man on top of the arc. They have taken those lane. He's looking for the third tier 1 tower.
I know where Liquid are going to be if they can pick someone off and just getting it 11, so it's not looking too bad, but I still feel like they're on the back foot at the moment. 4K lead for Liquid at 12 minutes as well.
Now he'll reveal himself. Silence straight up onto Matuma-man. Stinger leading him with the Soul Ring Purification. They have the root. He's trying his best to keep alive with the heal, but the glimpse is there to break the channeling. And Matuma kill. I look to try and take the tower as well. Looks like Katara again gets gone upon, but he's too slippy. Gets himself there. The Weaver keeping his life intact.
They took a lot of damage. That does bode well for Liquid. If someone else had been there, but as it was, they just kind of sacked the tower. Liquid are able to rotate back into position. Back
for Pepita if they want to commit for this push. Mind control, he's looking for the toss-up and combo onto the Naga Siren. Popped. They're trying to close the gap. They've got their eyes towards Pepita. He's got the Siphon to look to slow down. Mind control can look to dive. They get the toss back. Straight away to trap 2 in him. Matuma-man's falling low. Matuma-man kill. On the back lines, Mind control looking for the combo onto the Death Prophet. Takes down Axel as well. GH is there, keeping Mind control. Tori old Stinger. 3 down on the side. Again, he's surviving, but his damage really falling off at this stage is big item. As he does start to fall behind the net worth.
I do like the pick off on Naga Siren. It meant that they couldn't get set up on it. Also, they couldn't just. Oh, she's actually only level 5 now. No.
It's like sort of similar to what we saw in Kuro in the first game. Position.
GH. He needs help.
He's got the tether.
He's away.
He's good. He actually in fact, that might have left Kuro and mind control in a bad position. There is no way he needs it. Mind control might just need that. Here we go. He's relocated in. GH has come back on whoever needs it the most. They're just playing around with Katara at the moment. Katara has to scoot you up, keeps this man alive. Relocated back out of there. Of course, Schofield high ground sees the bigger kill. Burst for the tiny. Schofield wrapping around. He'd love to try and do so. Does manage to get him down. He's in. Schofield hiding help.
They got
of
tiny.
Excel. Get the tiny kill. So it trades out of this. The big kill there. So
Matthew's looking for Schofield now in the trees.
Liquid's not done here. Schofield has to go. They want to try and fight this. But Peter and they still have some time left on the. Not even a chance to react with any sort of spell from the Omni.
I like these kind of drafts. I mean, you don't normally get to see this kind of draft, do you?
No, from Liquid, this is very much the outplay draft. You know, they've got these heroes that they can make these plays with. As I said, you put GH in a lineup on an IO with any sort of playmaking hero, and you're just going to be seeing this time and time again where GH is just enabling each and every one of his cores to go ham and not worry about.
They must sense danger. Light is like the bait on the end of that fish that lives under. He's teasing you in. And
there we go, teasing Pepita back into the. Can't come near this tiny. Mind control will be.
They've actually got crazy burst damage, like just with the tiny and the pump.
And they've got very good push as well with the blast. 17 minutes in. No, the draft came from Infamous when they let that back as well onto the Omni Knight. Stinger surrounded. He's down very quickly for Infamous. As the panel mentioned, they don't care about the Weaver.
Yeah, no, you half an hour, Weaver. We're going to just take.
Arix can't. They're stuck there for the taking, and Liquid 18 minutes in.
Like, just blink, toss, get him back into the mix, and the lads will take care of it.
And again, they see him. You go on your merry little way.
Very annoying. What is the IO town? There's definitely an IO town. Another hero.
It's a lot as well. Plus 90.
Whew.
Yeah, adds up when you add all those. See what Katara is trying to play around with this all. Avalanche to get off the mark. From what sort of setup do they have though? They have got space to get both supports. They get the IO going down. down, or maybe not. GH is still alive. He's going to fall. He does. They get the 2 supports. 4 losses. Triple kill for Miracle. I mean, you said the day it was just the supports that they're getting in the combo. The core team is 15k ahead. They're more backup required from GH and Kuro.
I like that. And you're picking off the supports.
Yeah.
Razor, meanwhile, he picks up a sick triple kill at the end there. No problems.
I mean, we saw Miracle 7. He had a very thing at Omni Knight. And now a clear, well, he's nearly us.
Yeah,
This game, it looks soon.
I mean, that's all the towers. I mean, all the towers added up has given him all. Now a tower left for Infamous.
Yes.
Great lane to farm in. Very chill.
This game is probably what most people were sort of expecting in terms of difference between these two teams. I'm going to say we certainly did something right.
Yep.
Did.
There was a point in that game where it looked like it could go either way.
But this game,
Less so.
I mean,
much less.
quite less. Playing as the team we all know strengths and knowing with this lineup.
And he's like, okay, you want to jump my Miracle?
Yep.
Get into hell.
What can Infamous do here? They don't have the song to have a chance of even killing the supports, as they're only able to do so as the racks are just getting slow.
Behind this Weaver, but I mean, they just left Miracle.
The racks are going, and Infamous are doing.
Wow. Very, very, very tough game for them. Weaver has that talent that takes man of the lineup. They're just like, you know what? We're just going to walk away from you. You're only level 13. I feel like he could be split pushing, but at the same time, he's so terrified of the burst.
And there's a 21-minute Oct.
Wow.
It's got to be one of the faster ones we've seen. Octarine, especially with the -1 second cooldown. That's on a serious amount of damage.
Nutty.
Yeah. More frequent than 100% uptime. Matuma as well being chased by Katara. Take down the ward. They're looking for these Addict Storm. This is not a bad way at all for Infamous as they commit straight away onto Mind Control. They have the root. There's going to be a buy fight. TP's across, Mind Control getting glazed, the defensive relocate. He takes Mind fight, but GH will pay with his life for that one. Mind Control, the Ice Blast is going to be huge though. And indeed, this Raze is just untouchable to put a dent
Another
into
triple.
him. Godlike for that man. Katana as he plays around with Mind Control. Reads him like a book, jumps in with the toss. They just
Biding his
him.
time in these fights. Too much damage at the end.
Yeah, playing around with them. GH as Mind Controls, but they both buy back in.
Yeah. It looked like good setup. They got the time, but then just outplayed, I think, in the end.
And here we have it. The base push from Liquid to get that 2-0 in their favor.
A lack of lockdown on Liquid.
Almost the static storm and kinetic fields.
That's really what they're hoping for.
They have to have that setup from the song. And with that, holding Liquid in place. And even they're from their lineup, they're 20k behind. Here we have it. Liquid again, in they go. Mind Control straight in with the combo. That blast is going to be flying towards the fountain. Pepito will be fine as he gets back in with a repel back for the fountain damage. Brings it down to half. Katara playing around with Kuro on the base, are able to find that one, but Excel beaten down. Back towards the base Miracle, and GG is called. Get the 2-0 game. Look pretty inevitable here, Ted. This was the Liquid stomp that.
Well, this time Liquid just turned it up all over them. That was brutal.
GH, especially when he has such Mind Control, and Matuma just kept level that he got in that 1v1 matchup.
You saw how it actually played out in the smart draft from Liquid. It looked fit.
You know, do against a lot of the higher to know that they have the more experience. They have got these stronger players. They can
pick was fantastic, ridiculous amount of damage. Yeah, and then Miracle just hoovers up 1 billion stolen damage. I'm going to kill 3.
Obviously coming off the back of this, you're going to be knocked down away from this series.
Well, first of all, the moment that's fair, but at the same time, they got to play from that, and they can go back and watch. What did we miss? So in that first game, we were doing well here. What was the turning? Actually, we just lost because it went from space of 5 minutes. So hopefully they'll go back and figure out what that was, and if they can adjust that.
So Infamous come up with something special with them, but overall Liquid certainly looking like the Liquid that we've seen.
Absolutely.
And pretty that run up on the top, as I believe Liquid versus LGD is going to be last game of today, which is go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you for joining me and Ted to Liquid, as we'll pass you back to the panel for some post-game analysis.
Take it easy.
Welcome back indeed, Infamous. Don't worry though, looking Infamous Saturday against Complexity, and that will be an elimination match still good. Liquid, though, they're a little bit better because they were in the upper bracket and they will soon. But first, let us break down the game that we just watched. Lumi said before the game started that we should look out for the pushes coming out from Liquid. It seemed like they never really got to the stage shine.
I feel like on paper, the bottom lane was what generally happens in the laning stage with Weaver versus Io is that when the fight Weaver and dies, right? Very smartly, they don't engage until the bottle comes out, which he practically gets in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then in the tree lines, and that extra bottle charge just allow them to always trade even or ahead, which is like just impressive. And that's just not the laning stage. Throughout the whole game, the GH performance on the IO.
Also soon getting ready for an interview with coming out there for Liquid. Not now, not now. I know, it's okay. I'm just giving you guys a heads up as well, which is unfortunate. Well enough Chinese to be able to.
Maybe I could. I don't know. I can't really hear what's going on though.
No, because I know exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just a heads up with that. But yeah, Liquid played this real smart because we said that the better draft is on the side of Infamous.
I don't know about that. I said I like their draft. They can win with that draft.
You said if you didn't see who was playing who, you'd like Infamous's draft.
Liquid is like, how do I express this thought? Because I've had this like weird thought about them. It's like when you play against these, when you pick like these stuns, and you get a little when you see that like the obvious move is to pick these mobile heroes.
Like Weaver.
Like a lot of teams pick like Queen, Storm, Weaver against these. Like for example, EG they pick Storm game 1. Liquid pick no stuns, and TNC also picks this Weaver. So you see this trend. Teams will say, okay, they have no lockdown. We can pick these greedier like 1 or 2 positions, and they get Smith. Ball is so strong.
Yeah. Over to GH and BBC.
GH 啊，好，我们首先要恭喜这个记得去年也是在我们的这个 SLI 的国际邀请赛上面，我们第一次看到了 GH 在线下的惊艳的表现。那如何主了？想问一下，他来到了同样一个场馆故地重游，感觉怎么样
？And we know that last year the Star Series was your first offline, and now you have. What do you feel? What are you feeling right now?
It feels good to be here. I like everything except the weather at the moment because it's way too cold for me and I need to keep wearing a jacket. So everything is nice so far.
我现在其实感觉还很舒服的，除了这个天气有点冷，因为的话太冷的话，我就一直穿外套。我其实还是比较喜欢穿短袖的，所以除了天气的话，我对这边还是印象非常好。
好，那么问一个关于比赛的问题，在和 Infamous 的比赛当中，第一局他们还是打了比较长的时间，也让对手也有不错的表现，但是第二局。他们是赢得非常的快，而且是拿出了精灵小小的体系。想问一下，为什么第二局可以做到如此的顺利
？So against Infamous, first game was a little bit tight, went to like 40 minutes, but the second game ends really fast, and you guys were just dominating. So what happened in that difference? What do you think on your like Tiny and Wisp combo?
The first game, and the second game we just stepped up our Wisp Tiny combo. I just like Wisp as a hero.
我觉得第一场的话还是我们自己发挥有点问题吧，然后第二场我们就打出我们自己想要的风格。然后我个人的话还是比较喜欢打精灵小小这个组合的，主要还是因为我。
好，最后一个问题，那我们知道作为这个 TI 的冠军，也是我们本次比赛的卫冕冠军，当然在所有的队伍当中实力，在这次比赛有没有想象过哪个对手是自己最想遇到
？As a TI champion and also the reigning defending champion for StarLadder. Is there any like opponents you want to face off in this?
Well, I think the most obvious one is the Nubi again, especially in China.
我觉得我最期待的还是跟牛比能在之后的比赛里面打到一起吧，因为我觉得我们两个队伍有很多故事，然后我希望这次在中国的话也是一个比较有意思的筹码。
好，那最后同样我们要请 GH 在我们制作的我们的队员的漫画肖像的这个红包外面签名，然后把这份礼物通过我们的微博抽奖送给我们的粉丝。想问他一句，他觉得这5个谁画的最好一点
？Okay, so before we end this, we want to sign all these cards, and what do you think about those comic characters for your team? Like, who do you think?
These actually look amazing. Whoever did these, great job.
Which one do you like the best?
I think Matumba Man looks best. I like that.
我觉得这些卡片做的非常漂亮，然后画的也非常好。然后我自己最喜欢的话应该是马土的这张，我觉得这张他特别帅。
好，给大家看一下马桶哥的这个肖像的形象。OK， 好，那我们请 GH 在我们的。OK，Thank you。好，那这份礼物我们会通过我们的这个英霸传媒送给喜欢这个 Liquid 战队、喜欢 GH 的粉丝。Thank you very much。接下来就是胜者组的决赛了。
IO best. He likes the hero. And who else will say that then? I don't think I'm hurting anybody's feelings when I say that he is the best IO player. Am I hurting anybody's feeling? I see you thinking.
Same general area code right now.
I think so.
Not a lot of people play it.
Not a lot of people play it, and he plays it best. I mean, there's a lot of heroes where someone say, oh, you know, maybe someone else is also a good, you know, or spirit player, for example.
I think the fact that he plays it right now, when it's not quote-unquote in meta,
yeah,
and no other team really plays it, just says a lot about him as a player and the team trusting him.
Yeah.
Because I think IO is not really just as a player, let's just pick that. You also need the team to actually operate very well. Like, half those fights were running away.
Yeah.
And that's because he's the safer the IO is, so it's just particular.
Yeah, the core plays your team fight. And to the upper bracket, not really a surprise there. After the series that we just watched, both games, I think...
Game 2 was kind of stompy. It was good. Like Lumi said, they took a tier 3. But at the same time, like Liquid, LGD versus Liquid, how did we get there? We thought Liquid would actually be a little bit more dominant, and we thought Complexity would put up a lot more of
a fight, like
yeah.
a fight at all. Something was just a little bit sad and infamous. Today. We are going to have one more series today, and that is going to be the upper bracket here for Group A. Team Invitational Season 4.
2, 3.
Welcome back to StarLadder I-League Invitational Season 4. We are here for the last series of the day already, and that means it is time for the winners match. We've earlier today seen LGD take out Complexity. Oh, not entirely out. I should not say take out because they are in the lower bracket now. But after that, it was Infamous that got knocked down, that's the way to say it, by Team Liquid. Also 2-0. And both teams that had 2-0, LGD and Liquid, will face each other. Winner of this match does not have to play elimination matches Saturday. They're going straight through to the semifinals in the playoffs on Sunday. So that's where you want to be. That's where Liquid wants to be. That's where LGD wants to be. They got one best of 3 to prove themselves. And here with me is Capitalist as well as Lumi. Gentlemen, welcome back. Are we hyped for this series? Because this is the best series of the day.
Yes, I'm pretty hyped. I think LGD, like, I wasn't sure about them because watching their qualifier games was like, okay, you beat LFY. LFY was pretty bad.
Yeah.
You beat Vici Gaming, like, okay, that's pretty good, but
Yeah,
Vici
step
Gaming
up.
still was not convincing to me. But then they just took it to Complexity as well, and I'm like, now I'm beginning to see like a pattern, you know? It's
Yeah.
like they can beat so many of these tier 2-ish teams, then maybe they are near the top.
I mean, they also just swapped their roster around like earlier this month, which is that's a very young, like they're very young, I could say now, like with their current lineup, and to already do so well, Lumi, with the roster swap that fresh, it's pretty impressive.
I think it often helps, right? We've seen in history past where you get a new roster, it's the honeymoon phase, everything is
Okay,
clicking,
okay.
everyone's well. So let's see how well they do against Liquid and how well they go like 1 month from this point on. So
I was just talking about that.
The
Was
honeymoon
it,
phase?
yeah, it was it Yosel and Genting, and we were talking about what team did well there. That was like relatively new.
I couldn't watch most of it. So.
Fnatic Kappa.
Anyway, we were just talking about it. I was like, yeah, but if they did well, we would have been like honeymoon phase, you know, because
Yeah.
it was like the narrative was,
Right.
newer team, you know, like newer roster.
Takes a
like,
while to get
how far
rolling.
can they go? But
Yeah.
at the same time, right? It's like if they'd done well, we would have been like, oh, honeymoon phase. So you honestly can never tell with these newer teams.
That's true. By the way, Luminous has got this sick, like
my God.
It is the
absolutely amazing.
funniest meme that
The
I
best.
have heard coming out from China in my
It's,
entire
yeah.
Dota career.
It's amazing. And Lumi, so yours. Go.
So I've been told that we need to fill some time, and I had a meme to share, and I asked them specifically not to set me up like this. So you know, recently Xiaowei has come back to do a new team.
Is it? Was he in Big God? Is he
Oh,
in Big
this
God?
is like Big God version 2.0 with
Yeah.
like Shansheng 430.
Oh, yeah.
It's like same thing as the old one, and they had a new off lane player.
Okay.
So you know how these Dota players that are coming in and out of retirement constantly.
Yeah.
In China, they call it the tread swap. So, you know, when you toggle through spell
Yeah.
or tread swap to cast spells, retirement is tread swapping in China. So I was like, when I heard that,
Pretty good.
I like it.
that's decent.
That's a good meme.
I like it.
It peaks to me as a Dota nerd because I tread swap or tries to.
You try to.
And,
Why not armlet toggle? Because it's just in
It's
and
just
off.
better, yeah.
It's better.
I don't know. Yeah, I think
Well, maybe
you have
they-
improved it.
Maybe
Armlet
they
toggle.
go between coach, player, and not doing it
I think Armlet Toggle just fits better, right? Like,
in the Western scene at all. Like coming back, but apart from Fear, coming back from retirement.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's also because nobody actually retires.
Armlet toggle also fits because, especially if they're doing like worse as their career goes on, you know, it's about to be the end of their career, so they turn it off, and then they turn it back on again, and people are like, "Oh shit!" You know,
Honeymoon
like,
phase.
like everybody forgets like
Yeah.
the bad phase. You know, everybody's like, "Oh, remember when that guy was like, you know, back in 2010? Remember?"
Ages pass.
I think it seems really hard to like retire and come back because you just get forgotten unless you're Xiaowei. Then you
Yeah.
just build a team around you.
I guess that we in the Western scene have more spread talent in terms of players. That means that nobody really reaches that legendary status that Dendi used to have, for example, anymore. Like there's just more good players.
Well, I
Perhaps
mean,
that's
for
why?
example, PBD came out of retirement, sort
Sure.
of, and then he got a team. So
Yes.
I think that happens.
So yeah, okay.
Was that retirement though? Was that was kind of like where he like he was a cop and he screwed up on the force and they're like, it's time to hand in your badge.
The
Like,
armlet was
forced
off.
retired.
Now it's back on.
1 year.
Back on.
Armlet was off for 1 year. Right?
TI6 off for a year, and now it's
Yeah.
back on.
Now it's back on.
There aren't too many players that I can think of that like really left Dota, you know,
Zai.
and went on into like.
But he didn't really retire. But Zai took a break.
No, I was thinking like clean break, like Hani,
Oh,
for example.
okay.
Like Hani had a clean break from Dota.
Yeah.
He just went into esports, started doing other things.
Yeah.
Jacob kind of did that.
What
Mel,
about Baby Knight?
kind of
Dota 1,
Baby Night?
retired, StarCraft.
I still see him
Yeah,
around.
he's still trying, and I don't think it was
No,
really
no, he's back in. That's what I mean.
and then just, you know, were successful and then didn't come back.
Oh,
It-
hope the MIM players.
It's a different time because there was
Like
less
what genre?
money.
They
What
didn't
year?
get the taste of success.
What year did you want to start with? Like
I want
TI2,
to see
TI3,
all the
Post-TI.
TIs. Just to TI.
Bulldog?
Yes,
Bulldog.
it's true actually.
Like
That is
he
a-
says he's gonna come back, but is he really coming
No,
back?
he's really not.
Dude's making way too much stream money from streaming.
Yeah. Though
Sing
I
Sing?
think Bulldog is the best example.
Sing Sing, yeah.
But Sing Sing's not entirely voluntarily either. I think.
Forced retirement.
Forced retirement.
What else?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head with Bulldog. Because
Because
he's
Dota gets in your fucking soul and it never lets go.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It won't let you go. You try and play other games, you just end up going back to Dota.
That's I mean we've all been there, you
Yeah.
know. You play a different game for an hour or two, it's like, Dota's better.
I've been off Dota for a while.
Game's pretty hard.
Yeah.
I've been doing that too.
Games that I can't really talk about. Games I can talk about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So.
What
The
about that?
future.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm playing.
You're a little bit ahead of times, but we have got LGD versus Team Liquid, and we are soon going to get that case. I feel like they're fairly.
I think LGD will be sort of the newbie playstyle, but
Okay.
Liquid are going to be better against that playstyle after experiencing that finals. I replays and talked about what they did wrong and stuff. So it's gonna be a tough game for LGDs. And honestly,
China. And what actually happens is if you're down behind 5 or 10 kills by minute 10, there's literally two things. They say high ground, which means we're going to just defend at high ground. Just give up all the outer towers.
And this is like 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 10 minutes in the game, you still have like 3 outer towers. They say high ground. Or they say 5-man. Like there's only 2 modes. There's only 2 modes. So when you talked about the whole pub mentality, I was like, yeah, that's exactly how China pub goes.
I mean, it seems to be a good playstyle against Team Liquid as well. We saw earlier today the first game that they had against Infamous. Infamous tried to go for that 5-man, and they almost succeeded. Like, it seemed to work out okay.
Yeah, that 5-man was really scary, where they used Song and then Disruptor, Kinetic Field, and Storm. Like, that teamfight setup looked really scary.
Yeah.
like
Not just
there's
against
such
Liquid,
an
just in
emphasis
general.
on team fights. Yeah, it's so important right now. So that being said, it's not the only thing that makes up Dota.
No.
So there are some ways that, like for example, I thought Liquid would still would be more adept at split pushing.
Sure.
Against Newbie, but Newbie just played.
So the predictions.
You predict Liquid
Yeah.
fight.
Only regret one of those.
Actually, last year at this event, you also predicted a team in the finals 5 times.
Did I?
Yeah. We were on
Was
the panel.
it Liquid versus
TN
all the way?
Yeah.
But then you were
I was right though, wasn't
yeah,
I?
Yeah, yeah.
3-2. That's all that matters.
go.
Liquid
Just go
are
Liquid all
the
the time,
StarLadder
yeah.
I-League champions. I mean,
Listen,
previous season.
I was down with that game 5. I think I should have been 3-2.
I mean, they're too odd that you went for Liquid as like finals against Newbie, and Newbie just did outstanding the honeymoon phase.
Honeymoon
you know?
phase, yeah.
They can definitely me.
I FY in particular, they pair up a lot and the team goes off.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I'm looking for the 2 game.
Chalice and FY. I think actually, and
Yeah, he's
Mind Control not really at the moment.
and that's I think of this meta. Teams 5-manning. Puts himself in that position to be very. You know, I see his hero being picked up. So he's like scaling off laners, which are. I thought FY would do that because he's done. He's just like focusing more and being kind of like everywhere. And I guess you don't want like a scaling for a lot of team fight and playing 5-man. So
It's because he has Ame and maybe a scale. There's just not enough for him to go around otherwise.
if I'm on Liquid and Ame,
Yeah.
a lot, especially considering like both of them are such strong carries. And then we even saw the way on where he was the gyrocopter. I think you need to be able to stop that either way, right? You need to limit his effectiveness early. Strong lanes then. strong duel, my idea
And Liquid has been, I think at that point it was Mind Control
Brewmaster?
on the radio.
of a very strong duel off lane. Oh my god, that's so dirty.
Yeah, but same plan. So
Yeah.
I guess Elder Titan is going to be
And I am some hero that can just roam into mid as much as possible and like I'll just
like
leave.
Mike's, you know, sort yourself out.
In the sacrificial lane,
Sure.
and how the Liquid cores is they're so versatile.
Yeah.
Literally any
Yeah.
core, any lane could
Support
LGD
Tiny,
though.
right? That one time.
yes.
Which one? What?
Somebody did support Tiny.
LGD, they have like all 3 cores, and 2 of them actually have 100%. They probably want to have a hand on that Tiny as well. It's going to be a hero that... so we got the Bounty Hunter already banned out, so FY with that one, and of course the Tiny with the Chen and the Brewmaster removed by LGD.
Oh, Kuro's back on draft.
Get serious.
They should get serious. The way it always makes me put their roster in 1, 2, 3, 4 partner messed up, man.
Oh.
Nice to help the newer like spectator.
I
Liquid
mean,
definitely doesn't do that. Look at them.
Bane picked up by It's a little bit of a boring noise that maybe is going to get that help. Maybe it's going to affect those.
With a Bane against him,
Yeah.
so it's both.